Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope your day's going great. I hope your break was great. Up next, we have one of the most exciting sessions today. It is being led by one of our brightest stars here at TikTok. So I'd like to welcome Era Slavin to walk us through TikTok search. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. That was quite a big intro, Franklin. I will do my absolute best not to let Franklin or any of you down. My name is Era, and I have been in the search space for 14 years, 2 of them with TikTok, and I am here to talk to you about a new feature that every search nerd at every company I've ever worked for has asked me about. I'm so happy that we were able to build it here at TikTok. So first, I want to break our talk down into 3 big chunks. The first part being about the current state of the search ecosystem. The next part is about mastering search if you're a creator. And last, we're going to talk about creator search insights, the meat of this talk, which features you guys can take advantage of in order to grow your reach your goals, and basically work better with TikTok search. Okay, so let's jump into it. So first, the ecosystem. Here at TikTok, search has experienced 10x growth in the last 4 years. What that means is there's more searchers on the platform looking for more unique things. We get not millions of searches, but billions with a B. A very, very big search audience executing everything from lasagna recipes to how to teach their kids to tie their shoes. And last but certainly not least, it would be a big miss to not mention that we've also transformed how search and product discovery work together to connect users to the products they're willing to buy. This is a really exciting integration, and search is a huge part of that TikTok shop story. Okay, so for creators, mastering search is more than just increasing visibility. It goes a little bit deeper. It goes deeper because visibility is one thing, but you want to get visibility for your brand and your content in front of the right audience. And so what search gives you the ability to do is to figure out what people are looking for in a precise way and connect it to a more strategic content strategy. Next, search can also help your business or your brand get a stronger sense of how to monetize, how to capitalize on search trends. So what I hope you take away from this very pretty slide is that if you master search, you can master growth, and it's becoming exceedingly important at TikTok. So you don't have to take my word for it. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased. I work at TikTok, and I built the thing. But creators all over are telling us just how much Creator Search Insights has transformed their experience and their connection with their audience. This creator is a really interesting creator. He actually teaches football techniques. So he's teaching things like how to block and tackle, cardio, warm-up routines. And what he was doing before is something that a lot of creators and a lot of brands do, is he was scanning his comments to see what people are discussing on his videos. I think this is a healthy strategy, but it's a really, really heavy lift. Once he transformed his strategy from scanning comments and taking notes and polling his audience to using Creator Search Insights, he was able to be way more strategic. And what was the result? Well, he got a brand deal with an energy drink company, and he also expanded his followership, not to mention the improvement in engagement on a majority of his videos, of his new videos he published since. Also, maybe you might be thinking football techniques is a little niche, but in crowded spaces like health and beauty, we also see creators who are able to use search insights to improve their strategy. This creator maybe you might think like, okay, she's selling lipsticks and that's like a very competitive space. But by leveraging Creator Search Insights, this creator was actually able to get down to the brand, the product line, and even the color that was specifically trending on TikTok, and use that to make a video that connected more deeply with what her audience was looking for on TikTok. So she was also able to research more broadly and see what was popular outside of her audience, but still in her category, and capitalize on those trends to expand her reach. Really exciting to hear directly from creators instead of just, biased TikTok employees. All right, so this brings me to the meat and potatoes, the thing that makes me most happiest to work at TikTok, our tool. Creator Search Insights is that answer to that question that you all have been asking about search. What is going on in search and how can I use it to change my strategy? Creator Search Insights is, first of all, it's cool, but more specifically, Creator Search Insights is coming straight from TikTok, data and information about what's happening in search related to your content. Instead of just like broadly that cranberry juice and skateboarding is trending, it's more specific and tailored to you. So I want to talk about 4 of my favorite features that I think are worth reviewing, because if you use these features strategically, you're probably going to have a leg up on the rest of the people using this tool. So let's jump into it. The first feature is personalized search topics. What do I mean by that? Well, if you've ever paid a third party for, let's say, a list of what's trending or a list of what's popular in my category, you don't have to do that anymore. If you have an account on TikTok, you can go to Creator Search Insights, get to the homepage, and see the topics that are related to the content you've posted. So you don't have to do the guesswork of taking a broad set of trends, narrowing them down to what you care about. We're able to use an algorithm, some of the same features we use to build the search algorithm, to connect you to the topics that we know your audience is interested in and that is related to the videos that you post. I want to give you a really clear example from my own experience, just to drive this home. So in 2023, I got married at the end of 2023. And I was so excited to start planning my wedding, because I'm a product manager and we love to plan things and tell people what to do. And so I started making TikToks about how to pick a good wedding planner, what manicures I was trying before my wedding, even how to write my vows with ChatGPT, which I did do, but that would, nobody tell my husband. So I started creating this content, and when I would go to Creator Search Insights, I saw topics not just specifically linked to, manicures and wedding planner selection, but the whole universe of topics related to wedding planning. Everything from how to plan your vows to how fast you should walk down the aisle, or how slow rather. The answer is you should walk really slow. It's painful to walk there as everyone's watching you. But this universe of topics gave me inspiration for what to make next. And as my followers started to pick up steam, I could also see what they were looking for. Now, a lot of my followers were there for the wedding content, because that's the majority of what my account was about. But they also were searching for other things like the bridesmaid dresses and bridal outfits and things like that for different events. So knowing that, I tailored my strategy to expand a little bit out. There was also searches for things like honeymoon destinations, which I would have never really thought to make content about. But when I'm looking at Creator Search Insights and I can drill down to what my followers are searching for, I have a much clearer, data-driven picture of exactly what's going on TikTok related to what I've been posting. It's really nice to see, and I was able to capitalize on it. Next, content gap detection. This is the first button I click when I get to Creator Search Insights. A content gap is exactly what it sounds like. It's showing you topics that are personalized to your category, but there aren't enough videos yet for that topic. So if you know a content gap, and let's say you're a brand like Adidas, and you can see that people are searching for track shoes and that it's also a content gap, that might influence you to create content more strategically. And if you were to create content in the content gap specifically, you're basically creating content that's in high demand but low supply. And what that means is there's less competition in that space. And so this feature basically also helps TikTok search. We want to feed our cute little hungry searchers with videos. You know, we can't rank anything if it's not there. And so if we're able to share these content gaps with you, it's a win-win because you're able to fill that content gap and we're able to meet more and more search demand. It's a really cool feature and it gets right down to the crux instead of like guessing and looking through tons and tons of trends and their statistics, like what's popular but low in supply. It's a really great place to start your research and your content strategy. Okay, and TikTok shop trends. I smile because I have bought so many things on TikTok shop. It's like slowly outpacing the Amazon boxes, which is cool, but not cool if you ask the people I live with. But TikTok shop trends are actually very important to the search experience. They're integrated insights inside creator search insights. So what does that mean? If there are trending products and they're trending in search, you will be able to see the search popularity and the order popularity on creator search insights. So if someone is looking for something, you're an affiliate, it's really popular in terms of search and also orders, it might be a strategic place to start when you start creating content using affiliate links. I hope this is clear. Maybe many of you are like, well, I'm not a TikTok shop affiliate, but I do buy a lot. I also like to browse that to see like what other people are looking for, and I use that to influence my purchases. Of course, all for the sake of research. And last, but definitely not least, you put all this effort in, you do the research, you make a video, you publish it, you embarrass yourself by sharing it with everyone in your family, with hopes of you going viral like I did. And then you wonder, how well did it do? There are lots of analytics on TikTok. There's lots of products in TikTok Studio where you can study how well your video did, but this is search analytics. Our analytics panel tells you niche information like how many people saw your content in search results, how many of those people clicked, how many of those people skipped, even down to what position your video ranks in search results. And if you're like me, and you want a little bit more data, you can also see what search terms your video is showing up for. And a little anecdote there, I made a video about all the manicures I tried before I picked my final wedding manicure. I don't know why I did that to myself, but I made a video and I noticed that the terms that I was getting found for were not just wedding manicure, but a specific color of OPI nail polish. It's called Bubble Bath. And I realized that a lot of people were finding my manicure video while searching for what that specific manicure looked like. So I made another video specifically using that nail polish, and I saw a lot of great engagement from people that weren't already following me. It was a really interesting story that came from observing my search-specific analytics. All right, so I hope that what you've taken away from these 4 features is that if you're in Creator Search Insights, you have the ability to lead trends instead of just participating in them. And what do I mean by that? I know it sounds a little bit jargony, but if something is trending, you may have already missed the train. But if something is growing in its popularity and you can look at it over time and it's specifically related to content that you've uploaded, then maybe you can be the one to capitalize on that very popular search trend instead of playing catch up. And of course, this is really healthy for TikTok too, because like I said, we want to feed these hungry searchers videos and great results from partners and creators just like you. And so we're sharing this data straight from the source. There's no need to go to a third party or pay extra money to some silly other app to figure out what's going on in TikTok. You can figure out what's going on TikTok directly from TikTok. And the three things I want you to remember from today is that the tool has, first, actionable insights. You can learn something and do something about it in real time. The next thing is it will give you a competitive advantage because of the content gap and because it gives you direct searches from your followers. And if you're wondering, like, oh God, now my search history on TikTok is in Creator Search Insights, don't worry. I wouldn't want mine published either. It's all anonymized and aggregated, but you can see the patterns. You can't see who searched what, but you can see the overall patterns. And last but definitely not least, if you're interested in shoppable products, you can research those trends directly on TikTok. You can see what's growing in popularity and use real-time data to decide, let me use this affiliate link or let me use another affiliate link. It's a really great place if you're interested in a data-driven strategy. Okay, so I was outside while people were eating lunch, and I realized that this whole crowd isn't just creators. Maybe you guys are brands or partner managers or really big businesses who are interested in how and what the hell is going on TikTok search. Well, I want to let you know that Creator Search Insights today can be used even if you're not, selling lipsticks or teaching people how to block and tackle on TikTok. If you're a brand, you can actually do in-depth research about your brand on Creator Search Insights. So you can connect more deeply by using the searches by followers. If you're, let's say, TripAdvisor or some other tourism company, you can actually go to the tourism category and see what's trending in tourism. There are category-based filters as well. Let's say you're WikiHow. WikiHow works on how-to content. You can search within Creator Search Insights for how-to and see the most popular topics related to how to X, how to Y. So what I hope you're taking away is you can search on search in Creator Search Insights. Let's say you're Nike and you want to know what people are looking for when it comes to Nike. And remember, Nike's a broad universe, right? They have an app, a running app. You can buy shoes, sweatshirts. You can come and search Nike and check out the entire universe of what's being searched for and how popular it is and where the content gaps are on TikTok. Okay, so are you sold? Great. Well, you might be wondering, where can I find this thing? How much do I have to pay? And who do I have to bribe to teach me about it? Well, it's free, and you can find it by, of course, going to search on TikTok and searching Creator Search Insights. You can also find it in the hamburger menu by scrolling down and seeing the inspiration down at the bottom right under TikTok Studio. What I hope you guys learned here is that a data-driven strategy is a solid strategy. Taking the guesswork out or marrying it with your instinct can help you grow your reach, connect more deeply, and feel good about creating content that meets the demand that you're hoping to meet. And so thank you so much for being here. I hope you all poke around. And if you're a developer and you want an API solution or a desktop version, please come and see me and buy me a free drink at the happy hour. I'd love to hear your use case and take some of your opinions about this talk and how search can improve. I'm at your service. Thank you so much for coming to Dev Day, and happy searching.